Hello. I'm going to use this pink and then this bright yellow today. And we're going to do these three leaves here. So just like before, I'm going to do this really big one and then show you how to do it. And then you can do the other two on your own. Wow, Veronica. Oh my gosh. It must be like 7, 8, 9, 10, midnight 30. That's 12:30 at night. Oh, how are you up that late? I would be crashed out by now if I were you. Today we're doing stitches that I have taught before. Okay, so this isn't like a new stitch day. But I haven't used them like this. So take that as you will. We're going to use all 6 strands today. And what we're going to do, again, bear with me. What we're going to do is a detached chain stitch on this side, okay? Kind of on an angle. Doom scrolling. Oh, Veronica. Like this, okay? This side is going to be just like a regular satin stitch, or you can do the detached chain on this side as well. I'm going to see how it looks. And then we're going to go outline it with this really bright yellow, and then we're going to put some little polka dots on this side. Okay, just little short straight stitches. So I'm going to see how it looks. Like I said, I might get halfway through this satin stitch on this side and think, I don't want to do that. But we'll just see, okay? I think a detached chain stitch on both sides might be a bit too much. But like I said, we're just going to see what happens. Did anybody watch the podcast about the new Taylor Swift album? Are we excited? Are we not excited? What's going on? Veronica said it's been so hot today here, 31 degrees Celsius, which is super hot for Glasgow in August. It was actually the exact same temperature here where I am as well, except we are on a lake. So we basically just like stayed in the water all day. So I really do feel for you, because I feel like when you have the water, it's so much better and like more like bearable, you know? So I'm going to put these kind of at an angle. I'm going to put small ones. Yeah. This kind of angle. Like that. And really fill them up. I'm going to start right in the middle first. And then go up and then down. I'm a bit excited here. I'm like a baby Swiftie, not a hardcore one. See, I'm not a hardcore one either. I feel like I love the music and I can relate to a lot of the songs and stuff, but I didn't go to any of the shows or like anything like that. So with the detached chain stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and then down. Do you see? Right. Kind of like that same area, you can do the same hole or right next to it. It's completely up to you. And then you're going to come up right where you want however big your detached chain stitch to be. Okay. So it's going to look like that. You're going to pull it a little bit tight like that, and then put a little tacking stitch right on the other side. I knew that was going to happen. Like that. Okay. And then all we're going to do is just keep doing that right here on the line. And then up again. Now I'm trying to fill in this whole area. So I actually don't really want any of the green to be showing. If you do want the green to be showing, and you can space them out a bit, you could do stripes this way. You could do all sorts if you want to, okay? Pay attention to this outside edge, because I'm going to do an outline there with a stem stitch. So we don't want to have some that go like way over the edge and some that don't. We'll see. I think they'll look cute. I think it'll look cute. I think once I get one side, I'll know if I want to do a satin stitch on the other side or if I want to do something else, you know? So yeah, I genuinely was like, I bet no one's going to come. They're going to be watching that podcast. They're going to be excited about a new album. Right, and these are going to get smaller as you go higher up because there's less room here. Do you see? I've also done some advent calendar stuff. I don't even want to talk about it because I feel so depressed about this tariff situation. I don't even want to post about people buying it or anything because I'm so upset. I know I will end up having to do posts about it, but it's just such like a low, you know? Okay, so now we're going to come here and do bottom part. But me and my mom last night, we finalized some designs for some of the things, and they're so cute. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what they are because, like, it's a secret, but, yeah, I'm really excited for it, but also a little bit heartbroken because I feel like if it stays like this, I'm not going to be able to do them next year, because no one's going to buy them. Okay, I've been avoiding the news. What is the skinny on the tariffs? You don't even want to know because you're going to end up crying. So basically, TRUMP has canceled the de minimis for the UK to USA orders. So if it was under $800, then you as a customer didn't have to pay any import fees. But now that he's canceled that, they've decided that you need to pay 10% of the total or a flat rate of $80 per item. So it doesn't matter if you buy a bookmark that is $3. If you buy it from the UK, you might have a fee of $80 to pay. And this comes into effect at the end of August 29th. So yeah, I'm very much not, I'm burying my head in the sand about this because I just cannot possibly do that to you guys. So the only thing I can think of is just sending them as gifts because I love you all. And it can be my gift to you, if you know what I'm trying to say without saying it. So yeah, I really don't know what to do. If you send a gift from the UK to the USA, you don't pay any import taxes on it because it's a gift. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. Obviously, I'm going to send them in October, so we still have a month and a half, really. Normally I send them the first week of October, but sometimes not until like the 15th. So we still have almost 2 months. I'm just deciding right now if I should do this on the other side or if I should do a straight stitch. I think I might try a satin stitch. This one's not laying how I want it to lay, so let's just try and see if I can sort that first. My husband had to close his business because of the Chinese tariffs. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. I think I am in a different situation than some of the other UK businesses because I am American and a lot of my customers are also in America. Something like 78% or something. So I don't know. Like, normally we do Christmas kits. Normally we do mini kits. And I was going to do some stocking stuffers. I was going to have a little mystery bauble thing. Like a Christmas ornament, but like a mystery style. And I don't know what to do now. Because also I can't just be one of those people that doesn't acknowledge this is really loose, and I don't know why it's loose, but I don't like it. I can't just be like, oh, it's your business to, pay the fees because you live in that country. I just can't do that. So I don't know. Do you see how it's getting loose right here? And it's because I have all of the strands, and I really do not like this. So I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to do the detached chain stitch on the other side. Or I could do less strands, but I just don't really like how this is coming out. It looks not nice. And I don't like that, that looseness there. So yeah, I just, I'm a little bit like, what do I do? Because I can't really post about, oh, you have 2 weeks left to order your advent calendar, because I don't know what they've decided. Because again, this is more behind the scenes stuff. Because, where is this? There, okay. Because, basically, the $80 will be for the first 6 months. And then after that, it's like going to be 10%. But then also, if you send it with a different carrier, they're saying that it might be only 10%. And then some people are saying it's 10% plus whatever the country of origin fees are. Meaning, like, if I bought anything from China, I would get China's taxes. Or if I bought anything from any other country, I would get their taxes. This is so boring, guys. I'm so sorry. I would get all of their taxes on top of the 10%, and then you would pay it. And then now Royal Mail has brought out a thing that says that all of the import fees have to be paid by the customer before you ship it. So how am I supposed to do that? Because we've bought these a long time ago. Do you see what's the issue? Do you see why it's a problem? So part of me is like, if I just wait, this is going to just do my head in. I actually took it out of the hoop and tightened all of this yesterday. Then maybe he'll change his mind again, basically. Or I become more of a digital, everything's digital. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I've debated on doing like a PDF booklet, like an alternate stitch guide type thing that maybe people would buy, kind of like a book, but I would self-publish it. Maybe I could do something like that. Just make more projects and only offer PDFs of them. Do like a Stitch Academy, but when I looked that up last week, there's like tons of them already. So basically like Stitch School, but not, like imagine like a school, but for like learning stitches, and like you have like patterns and like all kinds of stuff in it. Look how loose that is. So please keep tightening your fabric. Even if it's annoying to keep doing it, please keep doing it, because if you continue to stitch like that, you are going to have a bad time, I promise you. You do not want loose fabric when you're stitching. And I think it's just because I've got all 6 strands. So yeah, bit of a depressing situation over here, but I'm really going to try my best. If you had a box before, you know the amount I put on the customs form. But I'm just really worried about this $80 fee because that's half the price of the counter. And the reason for that is because the de minimis is $800. So 10% of 800 is 80, and they just make it a flat fee for everyone. They would just do it like that for everyone because the Postal Service doesn't have a system in place, and they don't have enough time to put a system in place before August 29th. So that's that's it for me. If you have any ideas of what you think I should do, please let me know. You can write an email, you can send a DM, you can do literally anything because I'm feeling a bit like I might have to close my business. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. Oh gosh, guys, this is like making me want to cry. I'm not gonna lie. It's just so disheartening, you know, and it's like thing after thing after thing. And then I was gonna do a big trade show this year, and I can't do that anymore either. From no like fault or choice of my own. It's like matters out of my control, you know. So it was kind of like decided for me, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I just feel like I have to figure something out, cause yeah, I'm really sorry, Teresa. I'm really sorry, and I did not know that that's impacted your family in that way, and I'm really, really sorry. Because I know exactly how I'm feeling right now, and it's not joyous and happy, you know, about it. So I can only imagine how you are also feeling. Because it's so hard. And it's one of those things that if you speak too much about it, then people are like, oh, give it a break, you know? But if you don't speak about it, people are like, she's fake. Did I actually tie that off? I didn't. I just let it dangle. I was like, I feel a thread back there. Let's just put a little knot there and trim that because that is going to wind me up. You know, when you like constantly feel the threads. Yeah, my husband is home all the time now. I mean, like I remember, like I would love for my husband to be home all the time. But that's because like he's a teacher and we really don't get to spend that much time together. Whereas I'm home all the time. I want to leave the house sometimes. I'm the one who wants to leave. But yeah, like this could be the end. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens, you know? So there is the depressing update for me. I guess the other thing is, which I was talking with David about it, is that I could just do more Stitchalongs. And maybe do like one every month or one every kind of 6 weeks-ish. So I've got a big long list of Stitchalongs that I could do, and we can just work through those. But then someone said that I could do like a stitch school. But when I looked that up, there's already such thing as a stitch school, so I couldn't use that word. But you know what I mean? Like, because I used to be a teacher, I could do something like that, like a membership, like X amount for like a whole year's membership or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. And put a bunch of patterns in there, and like maybe you do the WhatsApp group that's included. Maybe Stitchalongs are included, or maybe you get, I don't know. I don't know how to do it, okay? Try my best here, guys. I actually really like this. I think this is going to be so cute and so full of texture, especially next to this one, which is so, so smooth. So let's get the yellow in there and then see what that looks like, because I think it needs a line down the middle with yellow. And we'll do that with a stem stitch. The banner today just says detached chain, and that's because we did the stem stitch yesterday. So I'm not really gonna like take a long time and like explain, you know, how to do stem stitch. We're just gonna kind of do it together. I'm also thinking maybe 3 strands. I use 3 a lot, but I also like 4, so I feel like 4 will be better. Let's do 4 strands. Just that one extra. I know people are like, ugh, but just that one extra, I feel like gives it a little bit more something, you know? Oopsies, I didn't actually cut that. I'm separating the threads and I didn't actually cut it off the skein. Lovely. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's at right now. I don't know. If you've got anything, tell me. If you think I would be good at something, tell me. Anyways, let's move along. So I've got 4 strands, and we're going to do a little stem stitch around the whole thing, and then also down the middle. And then I want to do some little polka dots, but just on one side. I feel like that could be really cute, because I kind of like separate it a bit, you know? Also, do you guys remember how I stubbed my toe like a long time ago? The toenail is finally falling off. And because I've been in the water so much recently, it is disgusting. Like, so nasty. Like, so bad. I would say, like, send me a DM and I'll show you. But it is so gross. Like, nobody wants to see this. But God, it's just like so disgusting. I'm full of it today, guys. Right, so we're gonna do our stem stitch right down the middle. Gosh, I feel like that's really like saddened the mood. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to speak about that. But it's also one of those things that I just love doing this so much, and it makes me feel so sad that I might not be able to do it just because of something so silly, you know? So please forgive me. But embroidery has done a lot for me when I was in a lot of dark times. So I feel like giving it up or not being able to do it, like for this reason, just feels like really unfair. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I'm not the only one. Like, there's so many other small businesses. But I just feel like I just really love what I do so much. And like the advent calendar boxes, I didn't see anything else like it when I made it. I was pregnant with Miles. I packed all the boxes, and we had so many this year. I think I've only sold about 1/3 of what I normally do. I packed so many that year, and I was so nervous and so happy, and I just remember it being like my other baby, you know? And now other people have tried to do the advent calendars, and they've stopped doing them for whatever reasons. And I just don't want to stop doing something that I love. and making things that I love and being able to like collaborate with people. It's just, I don't know. And doing the kits is just like one of my favorite things. Making instructions and stuff. I know I haven't done a lot of kits recently because of the babies and stuff. I've put more like stuff into the advent calendars because it's like a higher ticket item, but I also design a lot of stuff for that. So I know I've been a bit like I've slowed down a bit with my kits, but we'll see what happens. I've seen a lot of businesses close recently, not just orders to the States, but just straight up close because they're like, I just can't do it anymore. Okay, so in my mind, I was going to have some little polka dots, okay? So I'm going to do it on mine, and then you can decide what you think. And all we're doing is we're just doing some little straight stitches like this every so often, okay? And it's like you can make them a little bit thicker if you want to. It's like you need to figure it out for you. You know what I mean? Well, I'll have to, maybe I'll explain in the chat. You know? Because I don't want to get in trouble. But let's make this one just a little bit bigger. I actually quite like the little polka dots. The little speckles, you know? You could do it on one side, you could do it on both sides. I'm going to do it on the one side, and then I'll zoom out so you can have a look. And then you can decide what you like the best. Also, if you do your detached chain stitch and you see that actually you can see a lot of the stuff, the background through it. So I don't see a lot on mine, but it might bother you that you can see some, you know, some here and there, okay? You can also put a straight stitch right down the middle of each detached chain stitch, and that would kind of look like this. So if you have your detached chain stitch like this, okay, excuse me, you could do a straight stitch literally from here right down the middle, and that will fill in that loop that your detached chain stitch makes. Okay, so if it really bothers you, because I know, I only say it because I know some things really bother me, and people are like, Tori, stop that. Like, that's not a big deal. But they just, my eye goes back to it over and over and over again. So if that's something that you personally look out for or bothers you, then go ahead and put one of those straight stitches down the middle of each one. I like these little speckles. I think they're so fun. And again, you could do them different colors. You could do them one color. You could do them on one side. You can do them on both sides. I'm going to zoom out now so you can kind of see what I've got here. And that's one leaf. Oh, I really like that. That's cute. I'll move the light as well and just see so you can see it a bit better. I don't know if you can see it any better there, but look at that. I love it. That's cute. So we've got 3 leaves here in total. We've got 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, do exactly the same thing for these 2. What I like to do for these ones, though, especially when you have a really odd shaped leaf like this, like how it's kind of gone to the side, is draw in those lines where you want your detached chain stitches to be on each side so that you can get the angle right. And then you can just stitch. You don't have to think about, where do I need to put this, or like how does it kind of go, or anything like that. You can literally just bang it out, you know? So there you go. That's what we've got today. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm really sorry it was a bit of a Debbie Downer. But I also feel like these are problems. We have problems. And we'll figure it out. We will, I promise. Tomorrow, we're either going to do these cone looking things or we're going to start the ship, and I can't decide. So tell me in the comment of the reel when I post it which one you'd rather do, if you'd rather do the cones or start the ship. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys tomorrow, okay?